You know, as a shooter, I pride myself in the fact that I spend equal amounts of time shooting revolvers as I do semi-automatics. And with that being said, this past weekend, I had a range day with a couple of buddies, and of course we were shooting semi-automatics. One of those buddies is an absolute staunch Glock guy. Now, he looked down inside my range bag and saw a revolver, and I knew he was going to crank out the FUD jokes, so I decided to go ahead and get in front of that. And I looked at him and I said, you know, you semi-automatic guys are always running around flinging brass everywhere. And he said, yeah. I said, you should respect the fact that us revolver guys, we don't leave any evidence. And he said, well, I guess if you have to use it, you're not leaving anything behind. And I said, yeah, you know. Also respect the fact that after all these years, I have never left a piece of brass at your mama's house. Hello, ARFCOM family members. Pat here, and I have a confession to make. I am an ammo-holic. A special thank you to TNVC. Go check those guys out at TNVC.com. They are the ones responsible for our Revolver Day down in the river bottoms. Today we have the Taurus Model 66. Let's go over here and check this thing out a little closer, and then we're going to shoot it. Now, the first thing you are going to notice are these Lamo camo grips. I hope they show up as nicely on the camera as they do to human eyes. Very nice, positive grip, solid feeling gun. It's stainless steel, 38 ounces, 10.5 inches long, 5.7 inches high, and it is a 7-shot cylinder. Normal capacity is 6 shots. As for the trigger, it is double action, single action. My trigger gauge won't go above 10 pounds. I guess this is probably around 12, 13. The single action trigger pull weighs in at 5.5 pounds. It is short and crisp, just a touch heavy in my opinion, but 5.5 pounds is not bad. Adjustable rear sight for both windage and elevation. The front ramp has a red insert. Very nice little piece. But as for the double action trigger, I am going to roll in some slow-mo. And if you'll watch my front blade, that front sight is barely moving as I'm sweeping through the trigger. And we get our break, a wonderful fireball, and lead sent down range. Wonderful stuff. But all right, now the first thing that I thought when I grabbed this was I thought of my 686. This Smith & Wesson 686 is one of the fine Smith & Wesson revolvers in my personal collection. And I promise you, Taurus used that as inspiration when they designed this. They are so similar. But the reason that I'm bringing out the Smith & Wesson 686 is these will start out probably somewhere around $200 higher than the Taurus. Now, the reason I'm bringing it up as well is that it may bring in an entry-level shooter that can't afford to get into a Smith & Wesson, but they can afford to get into the Taurus. And also, if you're a seasoned shooter, you can get into the Taurus. The money that you saved, you can spend that on ammo. You can get out, get to shooting, get practiced up, and really enjoy the sport for the same dollar amount. So now that we've taken a look at the Model 66, it's time for the accuracy portion of it. I've got 5 of my hand-loaded 357 Magnums. This is a 158 grain. I've got a temporary shooting tripod. For some reason, mine, the one that I've ordered, hasn't came in yet. So this one will do in a pinch. I'm going to shoot it in single action at a paper target at 7 yards to see what kind of groups we can get. All right, let's go measure them out. As soon as I shot this one, I knew I pulled it. But even with that being said, 2 inches. I believe we're dead on enough to go shoot some steel. That'll work for me. So we just had a very refreshing rain. Cooled things off quite nicely. Of course, humidity's up, but the temperature's down, and we don't mind that. Any day spent in the river bottoms shooting guns is a good day. So we got this thing loaded up with Magnums to start. Let's have at it. And of course, with the 38-ounce dry weight of this thing, recoil is very negligible. So Magnums really aren't that bad, and you guys better feel special. I dragged out some of my old school Federal 38 Special Plus Ps. Let's go ahead and give this thing a round of those. Of course, we're sticking with the double action. I really like this trigger. She is all right. So I have had an absolute blast down here in the river bottoms shooting the Taurus Model 66. I believe for the money, Taurus has really got a good contender, a good entry into the market. A special thank you to our sponsors, TNVC. They've got some really cool night vision stuff over at TNVC.com. Go check them out. They are responsible for us bringing you this video today. But if you've enjoyed the video and you feel that we've earned it, your subscription would be absolutely welcome. Turn on that bell. That way you can see more of me, your buddy Andrew, and Paul. We've got a couple of new faces coming on in the next couple of weeks as well. So if you'll just hang tight, we got a lot of cool stuff to show you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you next video.